Ever since Chapter 6 released, Fortnite has been pumping out new modes like it's nobody's business, and I feel obligated to talk about this new stage of the game that we find ourselves in. So, that's exactly what I'm here to do. I'm here to answer the question, is Fortnite entering another prime? But before we get into the video, just want to say be sure to like this video, subscribe if you like this kind of content, be sure to use code BRIVY in the item shop when you're purchasing anything, be sure to join the Discord, links in the top of the description. Anyways, love you, enjoy the video. Alright, and in order to kind of dive into this, I have to give some background information. So for the last year or so, Fortnite has been trying different things, adding different modes, being a lot more bold with gameplay shifts and additions, especially in Chapter 5. And of course, some of this stuff was received very well by the majority, and other stuff was not. So I think it's safe to say that Epic had been experimenting with the game a lot in order to reach another prime, which we might be in right now, or in the coming future. I mean, one could argue that the game has never been better, and to be honest, I don't think that I would refute that claim at this moment. So there's the background information, and now let's dive into why I believe this might be another peak for Fortnite. Now, I'm not going to sit here and do a whole season review because that video is already out, so I'm just going to give you a brief synopsis. Basically, after all the dissension and controversy that Chapter 5 brought, we finally have something fresh, new, and good in Battle Royale. We got good new mechanics, new weapons that don't drive me crazy, and a really good map. This is the first time in a long while that I've actually had a desire to get on the game and play Battle Royale. Epic took everything that was wrong with Chapter 5 and learned from it. Hit scan is back, medallions are balanced, there's good movement, the weapon meta is balanced in the sense that there aren't really any broken items, and also because most weapons from each category are pretty equal. The loot pool isn't one-sided, and I miss that. It also just feels good to play something new in Battle Royale. I think the Marvel season back-to-back with Chapter 2 Remix was just so stale. As much as I love Chapter 2, I think I just needed something new, and I got it. I really like Chapter 6 so far, and I really enjoy playing it. And it's such a breath of fresh air after the hell I went through in Chapter 5. Now, perhaps the biggest announcement of the past couple months has been the return of OG Fortnite. Now, obviously, we had Season OG at the end of Chapter 4, but that started at Season 5, and it also wasn't a permanent mode. Epic also added their own little spin to it, just like they did for Remix. However, this new mode starts at Season 1, like OG Season 1, and it's pretty much an exact replica. Season 1 loot pool. Identical loot pool, I should add. Season 1 map. It's all just as it was. They even added the old pump animation and icon back. Same with grenades. I think the only thing that's different is just the movement mechanics, or what we have currently. It's like actual OG this time around. Now, the seasons will switch every month. I'm guessing until we get all the way through Chapter 1. I would think that they make the OG mode last all the way through Chapter 6, but I could be wrong about that. That would just make sense to me. Anyways, let's talk about OG. This is a great addition to the game. I know people have mixed feelings for this mode, but I personally love it. If you don't like it, I totally get it. It's very slow paced, and it's like night and day with the current Battle Royale scene. Fighting is so much different because there isn't a lot of shield in OG, and there also isn't any movement, etc, etc. It's just way different. It's not bad because of that, it's just different. I honestly think this is a good mode, but I can't play a lot of it before I need to move to something else. And this is coming from a Chapter 1 player and enjoyer. I love this mode, and I had so much nostalgia in my first few days of playing, especially because they added like the old sounds back and everything. It was really fun, but now I can't play this mode for too long because quite frankly, it can be too slow for me. I've kind of adapted to the current Battle Royale scene where everything's more action-packed, so going back to it, it's a little harder to play. I'm not going to sit here and lie about it. Some days, though, I might feel like playing a more relaxed, slow-paced mode, so OG works perfectly for that. One of the reasons I'm loving this era in Fortnite is because there's so much diversity between each mode. It's virtually impossible for me to get bored of the game entirely because I've got so many different modes that I can cycle through. Like, this mode is totally different from, say, Reload, but that's a good thing. If I get bored of Reload, I can play OG, and if I get bored of OG, I can play regular Battle Royale, and vice versa. It's just a big cycle. Now, I know Reload has been in the game for a while now, but I have to mention it in this video. And I think I said this in my Reload video, but Reload is one of the best ideas Epic has ever had. Reload just brings something so different to the table. It really is like a creative map, except it's an actual mode with actual servers. It's so action-packed and fast-paced, and that contrasts perfectly with both Chapter 6 and OG. Chapter 6 and OG are both pretty slow-paced and relaxed, while Reload is quite the opposite. You know, Chapter 6 and OG, they both have really big maps. Reload has a smaller map, so it's a lot more action-packed. You get a lot more fights every time. Oh, and that reminds me. The desert map for Reload is fantastic. If you don't like this map, I would love to hear why, because I legitimately can't see how someone could dislike this map. I'll even go as far as saying I like it better than the original Reload map. It was a fantastic idea to cycle maps for Reload. I asked for that early on, and I'm very glad they delivered. And they also update the loot pool pretty frequently, so it's guns from all different chapters. It's just kind of a mix of everything in the game. I love Reload, man. This mode has kind of become a safety net for me. Like, when in doubt, let's play Reload. It's just that fun. Honestly, I could probably play Reload for like 8 hours straight and not get bored of it. And that's saying something for me because I'm Unk. It's so action-packed. There's multiple maps. You can play solos, duos, squads. It's a fantastic game mode for every scenario. And I do think Reload contributes a lot to the game's success right now, to me personally.
Here we go again.
We really got Lego Fortnite GTA before GTA 6. That is crazy. Now, I actually haven't played this mode yet, so I don't really know how good it is. But what I do know is that there's now an official role-playing mode in Fortnite with this. Like, there have been lots of little role-playing maps and creative, but now we have an official role-playing mode. I've personally just never been interested in Lego Fortnite, but I might have to try this mode out. And I'm interested to see what they do with it. I really do think they could do a lot, especially like for content-wise. If you've played this mode, let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. I can't really speak much on it because I've never played it, but yeah. And the latest addition to the Infinity Gauntlet of new game modes, Ballistic. Ballistic is Fortnite's first official first-person mode, and I love it. It feels so great to just play an FPS game again, especially with guns I recognize. Like, I didn't really grow up playing first-person shooter games, so it's really taxing trying to learn how to fit that play style, especially in my age that I am, since I've played Fortnite for a large portion of my life. It's great to like have mechanics that I know and have all my settings correct, and it's good to have a official first-person mode in Fortnite itself. Now, we've seen first-person in like creative maps and stuff, but now there's an official mode for it. So the mode itself is pretty simple. You either attack or defend, and you have the option as attackers to place a bomb, or you just kill the opposing team. And if you're defending, you either defuse the bomb or kill everyone on their team. I think the mode, it's a pretty good mode. They definitely need more maps because the same map over and over again gets kind of boring. But the main thing is they've opened up the door for so many possibilities of the first person. There's so many different like directions they can go with this, and I'm really excited to see what they do. So to answer the question, is Fortnite entering another prime? We'll have to see. And for those of you that have played the game for a long time and you're just disgusted by this whole idea, obviously it's not going to be the same as Chapter 1 Season 3 or early Chapter 1 when Fortnite was quote-unquote at its prime. And I was at its prime at that time, but the game was so different. The game was limited to just Battle Royale then, so obviously this prime is going to be different from that prime. I'm seeing people say like, this isn't prime Fortnite, people don't know what they're talking about, blah blah blah. It's like, obviously it's not going to be the same. The game has evolved and stuff. But as far as if it's entering a prime, we'll have to wait and see. Honestly, I think they're putting the pieces in place. It's just what they do with those pieces. I think if they advance a lot of these modes, then yes, this could be another prime for Fortnite. What they're doing right now is they're getting everyone back on the game. They're giving themselves attention, and hopefully they'll use the resources that they're gaining and they'll invest it into these new modes and also keep investing it in VR. And if they're able to do that successfully, then yeah, I think we will be in another prime, because we're pretty close to it already. Everything together just really makes this game fun again, and I'm very happy about that. I love this game, and to see it fun again, it makes me really happy. Chapters 4 and 5 were a really dark place for me, but I think now we're back on track, boys. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I just kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit because I do feel pretty strongly about this, so feel free to debate me down in the comments below. If you don't agree with me, tell me why. We can have a nice civilized argument in the comments below. Anyways, just be sure to subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. Like this video if you do like it. Just be sure to join the Discord, links in the top of the description. Turn notifications on because I do go live sometimes. Also, just be sure to use code Rivian the item shop. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for all the support. You guys are amazing, and I will see you in the next one.
use code Brivy in the item shop.